A toddler grabs a gun while the parent is asleep. He's waving it around. He points it at himself and he pulls the trigger. Should that parent be charged?
People ask me all the time, "Hey Brian, do you really use that keto elevate stuff and does it really work?" The answer is yes and yes. Never in my entire life have I lost body fat so quickly. Not even in my prime at 25, which is over 25 years ago. I'm approaching 54 this year. If you want to support the channel and do your health a favor, grab some with my link in the description.
Welcome back to the High Impact Flicks channel. I want to talk about this article and this story that's going viral. This is from the Daily Mail. It says, "Wild moment, toddler waves loaded handgun around." That's just nothing but scary. Points it at himself and then pulls the trigger. Luckily, the bullet wasn't chambered. Should the father be arrested? And if you think that he should be arrested, what should the charges be and what should the penalty be? I mean, should he go to jail? Should he pay a fine? Says video obtained by On Patrol Live shows the heart-stopping moment when a diaper-clad toddler plays with a loaded handgun in an apartment building hallway and even points it at himself and pulls the trigger. Neighbor who saw the boy last Saturday called the police, and authorities arrived to search the apartment where he lived with his father. We're going to play some of the snippet of the kid waving the gun and then the raid on the father. Apparently the father was asleep and he was recovering from some illness, according to reports. A 9mm Smith & Wesson pistol was eventually found in the back of a desk drawer, and the father was arrested. Authorities said the father could be charged with child neglect. The boy was not harmed in the incident, as the bullets had not yet been chambered in the gun. We're going to take a look at this real quick. I mean, from any angle, from any perspective, this is just outrageous. I don't know if I don't think I can freeze this without the ads showing up or the next video showing up. But this is just absolutely alarming. Here's the dad right here getting taken away. The footage was aired on Patrol Live, and commentators and viewers alike expressed their horror at the close call. In the clip, the young boy can be seen wearing a diaper and aimlessly wandering around the stairwell outside his closed apartment door and carrying the loaded pistol. I mean, just having a toddler not attended, an adult not paying attention to him, and he's just left to just do whatever he wants to, is definitely neglect. And it's scary when they get a firearm because, you know, somebody could have been coming up the stairs of that apartment complex. He could have pulled the trigger. The bullet could have been chambered. He could have ended somebody's life. He could have ended his own life. As he walked about, he could be seen pointing the gun at doors and in the air and rapidly pulling the trigger as he went. The incident took place in Beech Grove, Indiana, which is just outside of Indianapolis. I want to show you the actual moment where the cops go in and search this guy's house.
Sorry to wake you. What's going on?
I've been sick all day. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, we're here because the downstairs neighbor said they saw your son running around with something they thought was a silver handgun. No, not even like a toy one?
Yeah.
See, that's bad right there. Not being aware of what's in your house. I mean, the first rule of gun safety is you would think, know where your guns are. Know if they're loaded. Are there children around? Are those firearms secured? This is all just basic. It's idiotic to leave a firearm out for a child to grab it. It is stupid.
It's totally.
We have video of your kid holding a gun, so do you have a gun?
I don't have. I have never brought a gun in this house. If there is, it's my cousin.
Okay. Where is your cousin here?
No.
Where does he have his own room? Does
No.
he own a firearm?
He comes to visit, yes.
Was he here within the last 3 minutes?
Oh, he's been here in the last 10 days.
Okay. We need to figure out where this firearm is.
Okay.
My first question is, do you have a warrant? And I understand there's some serious issue going on here with a toddler with a firearm or potentially having a firearm. He could potentially hurt himself or others. That's a serious issue. But just as serious, if not more serious, is the freedom of Americans. You never want to let that go. I'd rather have dangerous freedom than peaceful slavery any day. The question is, did those cops have a warrant to go into that house and start searching around? If they didn't, then they violate it, and they did it without consent. I don't know if the guy gave his consent. I didn't see anywhere he said, well, yeah, go ahead and search my house. He could have. If he did, then they did it with his consent. But did they have a warrant? And it wasn't a smart thing for him to do, to have those cops search his house. It's completely dumb. Now, on the other side of it, was he neglectful? Should he have been paying attention to his kid? Should he have known what was in his house? Should he have secured that firearm? Absolutely. But paramount to this whole thing is the freedoms of Americans.
So we were called for a juvenile in the hallway possessing a firearm. Dad said he didn't see it, but then a neighbor came out and showed us video of the kid in the hallway with a firearm. So now we're trying to figure out where that is. He gave us permission to look around.
There you go.
For it.
Okay, so he gave his consent. No need for a warrant. Dumb move, dude. Sure, go ahead. Go ahead. The police are my friends. Here, search every nook and cranny in my house. Let me know if you find it.
He said he doesn't personally own a firearm, but his brother does, and leaves it here. So we need to recover that.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Duck. Garfield is much cuter than I am.
You got it.
Ding, 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 ding.
Sorry for all the
Now you know you're in trouble, dude. Now you know you're in trouble.
Thank you.
Why didn't you just tell me that?
Is the dad now being arrested
Imagine if that thing was chambered, man.
after his son was on that surveillance video waving a loaded weapon? That toddler, the neighbors downstairs, had said that the toddler actually even pointed the gun at them.
Let's take him with him.
Yeah, busybody neighbors. Yeah, authorized. Yeah, go to my neighbor's house. I think his kid had a gun. In the On Patrol live segment, police can be seen speaking to the boy's father, who insisted he didn't own a gun. The cops could be heard asking the toddler, would you put down that toy? The father told the police that he and his wife both had been sick recently. He'd been trying to stay up with the child to take care of him, but his illness must have distracted him while the child got his hands on the weapon and made it into the hallway. Police eventually found the weapon in the apartment after the search. The boy was returned to his mother, with whom he lived full time. Come on, Daily Mail. Come on. Let's get it right. On Patrol Live commentator Sean Larkin said that seeing the footage behind such an incident was very different than just reading about it. We hear of these types of stories where kids come across these firearms, these horrific results that do happen sometimes, but seeing it on video is definitely different. It is unnerving seeing a kid with a loaded firearm in his hands, not knowing what he's doing, just waving it around, pointing it at himself. Commentator Chris Wilson said that things could have gone differently without the intervention of watchful neighbors, which is good that citizens or neighbors got involved, because it could really have been a tragic situation. So my question is, what do you think should be the penalty for this guy? They were going over this story with that 6-year-old that shot that teacher in the classroom. This person says there are 1.3 privately owned guns for every man, woman, and child in the U.S. The more guns you have, the more likely something like this or that 6-year-old who shot the teacher will occur. Sadly, gun nuts ignore that well-regulated militia part. You know what? Shall not be infringed. Shut up. Don't use this guy as an example to broad brush a whole bunch of gun laws into existence. Gun laws, which are not, it's not gun safety regulation. It's not gun control. It's actually people control. So I don't want to hear that nonsense. Should this guy be penalized? Probably. What should the punishment be for an adult who neglects his kid to the point where his kid's going to get a dangerous weapon, a loaded firearm, and start pointing it at other people potentially and himself? What do you think the penalty should be to that? In this situation, nobody was harmed. There was a potential threat. For example, if one of the people who lived in that apartment complex came home and that kid pointed the gun at him and fired a shot, somebody could have been seriously injured or dead. Leave your thoughts about this. None of us is greater than all of us. I don't have all the answers here. I'm not sure what kind of penalty should be meted out. I think it's pretty stupid for that guy to have done what he did. He should have known he had a firearm in the house. He should have known where it was. He should have known that it was secure. He shouldn't be leaving his child unattended. There's just a common comedy of errors here. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know, and don't forget to subscribe to my private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. Grab a hard-hitting conversation starting design from the store. We got two brand new designs in the store that you want to take a look at. I will see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.
Guys, we already know that they want to decimate the dollar, destroy the economy, bring us into a cashless society, and eventually make it difficult for us to even get food. That's why I constantly promote My Patriot Supply. Every chance I get, I turn my fiat currency notes into long-term storable food. This stuff is awesome. It's got a 25-year shelf life. And one thing we're all going to need is storable food. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. With my link in the description, you get $100 off of every order instantly. It'd be a good idea to order it while you can, because I'm not sure how much longer they're going to be able to ship this out. My link for your $100 off discount is in the description below.